San Francisco 49ers Brandon Aiyuk is back in the headlines with some cryptic Instagram posts. Also, he had a post to YouTube I'll share as well. And I'm curious to know what your guys' interpretation is of this because I have an interpretation as well. But, just randomly, you got BA posting this clip of T.O. In his driveway. Obviously, this was the famous scene where there's a lot of media attention around T.O. and everything that he was doing. And so he had just brought out, his bench, started doing sit-ups with all the media around, just a big spectacle, all that stuff. And then he also made this post 2 days ago to his YouTube. He says they want to play cool now. Nah, no, I want that smoke still. My interpretation of these particular posts is BA's locked in. I know he really has not been ultra active on social media since the injury. He really hasn't done all that much. He has made some posts to his YouTube, but that's more just kind of chronicling, I think, is like cars and stuff like that, less about football or things of that nature. But from everything that we have heard and learned, is BA has been in the facility quite often. He's attacking his rehab, and there is some optimism that he could potentially be ready to go at the start of the year. Now, we don't know that for sure. We have also heard from guys like Matt Mayoko who do believe that they could see BA starting the season on PUP, which would have him out for at minimum 4 games. So we're still trying to figure that out. But again, BA doesn't post that much. But when he does, I feel like he's trying to say something. And we're starting to get all these posts together now. And the way that I interpret it, like I mentioned, is I think he's locked in. I think he's ready to go. I think he is, you know, I really do believe that, with the injury that occurred, the surgery, the rehab, again, we're not seeing any of that. We're not seeing all the work that it is taking for him to be able to get back to be in a position to be able to play football again. And I think I would imagine he's getting to that point where it might feel close. I think we've seen those videos of Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is moving well. He tore his ACL, I think, 9 days after BA. Now, granted, it's not an apples to apples injury. BA had way more damage to his knee. I think he tore his meniscus, his PCL, and like literally everything. I saw a quote that BA posted to his clothing brand account on Instagram, basically quoting the surgeon saying that it looked like a bomb went off in his knee. So definitely a very, very serious injury that he is coming back from, not as simple as an ACL that like Diggs is dealing with. So but I think Diggs is a reference point, and seeing Diggs in OTAs being able to work and move, I would have to imagine that with it being the beginning of June, he might not be that far off. And maybe a return at the beginning of training camp maybe isn't realistic. Maybe at the end of training camp, end of August potentially. Kind of around preseason time, maybe you get BA back out there on the field. And then again, there's going to need to be an acclimation process for him to be able to practice, to be able to make sure he can make all the moves, and then get ready for him to be able to get onto the field during games, which again brings back the PUP potential of him essentially maybe just starting the year, giving him a month to get up to speed. But it's interesting. I mean, I think we're still hearing some conversations about him being floated in trade talks. I think the new trade rumors are around Tyreek Hill about potentially the 49ers going after him, maybe doing some kind of swap here. Um, I don't know if that's going to happen because, from my understanding, his contract this year and next year is fully guaranteed. So it doesn't make sense to me, again, from that perspective, to trade him, but you never know. But I think if BA's healthy this year, um, that's probably someone you're going to want on your team. And, hoping that he gets back to his normal form and where he was prior to the injury. It's important to remember Brandon Aiyuk is a back-to-back 1,000-yard wide receiver in a system that doesn't really prioritize throwing the football that much, and he maybe wasn't the locked in wide receiver run. Um, so we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how it plays out. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. My first kind of inclination will be some are probably like, you know, uh, want to see BA just produce on the field. Well, I think it is also too like he is human and um he has something to bring to the table. So we'll see. He did mention this. He posted this as well. He had a message for the haters. I think I can't tell if this is all three text from him or if he took a screenshot and then put the two black box texts over it. So I don't know. It says, "Y'all crybaby ass divas be killing the vibes on IG." And then he says, shaking my head, "It got to be an age limit on hating. If you're 30 years or older, just post your kids and shut the F up." And honestly, some of you guys might not want to admit it, but he's kind of spitting facts. He's kind of spitting facts, man. If you're a grown ass man uh, or woman dropping into a player's DMs to tell them they're bums or call them names or drag them in comment sections, like, come on, man. Like, go post your kids or something. Take a break off social media. I can respect it. I can respect it. I also, was having a little fun with it. I posted this infamous clip. "I'm a man. I'm 40." I'm having fun with it, man. Again, I'm. You guys know I'm a BA fan. I like BA. BA show nothing but love to me. So, and I think he's still a very talented receiver. So until he's given me a reason to not believe that he will be back to full form, that's what I'm going to believe. I think he'll get back. I think he'll figure it out. I think what a lot of people don't see is his work ethic, which I know is top tier heading, before the injury. And I do believe that he will attack his rehab with that same effort. So I do think that BA will come back from this, and I do think BA will have a chance to return to form. We have to see, right? We have to see it play out, but I do think he'll have a chance. So I'm not sleeping on BA for this upcoming season. I'm again super hopeful that he does come back. I think the fact that the 49ers didn't sign any big time free agents, no Keenan Allen, no Amari Cooper. They only signed Demarcus Robinson and drafted Jordan Watkins in the 4th round. They also drafted Junior Bergen in the 7th. So I still think they have plans for Brandon Aiyuk this year. And I think he'll be a little bit healthier than maybe some are anticipating, but we shall see. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.